Hi, thanks for joining me. We're going through my second combating neck and shoulder tension class on the reformer. I have the long box on. I have one medium blue spring, so a medium spring, and my foot bars down. Now I do have the ball. I will be working with the ball a little later on, so just have that to the side. We're going to start seated with your feet on the headrest and going through just a little bit of stretching before we get started with the neck. So we're going to sit up nice and tall, shoulders down, ribs in, abs in. Just take that right ear, bring it by your right shoulder, and then bring it up, and take the left ear to the left shoulder and bring it up. Just starting with a little bit of movement in the neck. Just easy breathing, whatever breath feels good for you. Just moving at a nice pace from side to side. As the head goes down to the shoulder, keep those shoulders relaxed so it's not the shoulder coming up to meet the ear, it's the ear coming down to the shoulder. Good. We'll do that one more time on each side, bringing the right ear down and then bringing the left ear down. Now come into the center again, lengthen through the spine, sit up nice and tall, and look over your right shoulder. And then come back and look over your left shoulder and come back. Just loosening up from side to side. And you might feel that one side may be a little tighter than the other. Just kind of notice what's happening as you go from side to side. Little side to side. Good. And we'll just do that a few more times, right and left. A few more times right, and a few more times. Good. Let's do one more time right, and one more time left. Now when you're back to the center, draw the chin to the chest, and then kind of roll the head to the right, drop the chin to the chest, and roll the head to the left. So we're just doing little arcs from one side to the other side. Just warming up through the neck from one side to the other side. Just a few more of those right and left, right and left. Following your breath, do one more right and one more left, and then come to the center and sit up nice and tall. Now take that right ear to the right shoulder, hold it. Your right hand can go onto the left side of the head and just gently pull. And just kind of relax your left shoulder. You can even take the left arm down to the side, using that weight of the arm hanging by the side to give you a deeper stretch. So my right ear is reaching down to my right shoulder. I'm getting that big stretch to the left side. And then we'll come up and switch. So I'm going to bring my left ear down to the left shoulder, reach the right arm to the side. My left hand can grab on gently to the neck, just give it a little pull. Trying to see how much space I can create through the entire side of my neck. Good, and then come back to the center. All right, take your left hand, bring it over your chest, and then I'm going to look over the right shoulder and look up. So I'm pulling a little down. I'm not rounding. I'm keeping my spine nice and long, but I'm gently pulling down and lifting up for that counter stretch. It's called stargazer, so I'm thinking about looking up to the stars with my chin over towards that side. And then I'm going to keep my head in the same position, in the same side, but now drop the chin to the chest. And I can release the arm. I can even take my left hand and bring it down to the shoulder, kind of encourage that opposite shoulder to go down, or left hand beside me to encourage that to go down as well. And then let's come in and do the other side. So I'm going to take my right hand across my chest at the heart. I'm going to rotate my head to look to the left and then look up for that stargazer. I'm pulling down, but I'm not rounding, and I'm lengthening and lifting my chin up. Good, just getting a little release through the front of the body. We're doing a little bit more in this class than the last class of chest expansion to stretch the chest. And now draw your chin down. Your right arm can go to the shoulder to pull it down, or it can go down to the side. So you're just looking, your chin's down towards your left side. And then we'll release and come back to the center. Now just notice where your head is in position to your shoulders. Most of us have our head forward. So there's an exercise we're going to do now to draw the head back. So take your hands right onto the kind of where your glasses would be if you had glasses, right at the crook of the nose. And then you're going to follow that line all the way back. And at the back of the spine is like this little lobe. So I want you to think about that. Your hands can go back, and then you're going to push your head back into your hands. Notice when you do that, your chin lowers a little bit, and then you release. And I'm exaggerating it a little bit so you can see it, but I'm pulling my chin down and doing just a little motion. So almost it's like that little lobe goes up a little bit and then back. So if you had a long ponytail like mine, I could almost feel like someone's pulling that ponytail to the ceiling, so that whole back of my head is lengthening and then releasing. And the whole back of my head, I think someone's pulling your ponytail up. Now it's not a tuck of a chin, it's just a lengthening of the neck. So I lengthen the neck, and we'll do a lot more of this in our movement part of the class. So I'm lengthening my neck and releasing, and that's just going to help get your head in the right position, because when our head's too far forward, then our shoulders follow, everything follows, and then our neck, our back is trying to hold all this weight of our head forward, and we get in a lot of pain. So we got to think about proper placement of the head to get us out of that positioning where we're holding our head forward. Good. Now we're going to think about that as we move. So grab your ball. I'm going to slide forward a little bit. I want to lay down with the ball right about my shoulder blades, and my hands are going to be behind my head. So I'm making sure I'm in a good position. If the ball's too low, it's going to be too challenging. So I'm right between my shoulder blades. I'm going to go into a little extension over the ball, and then flex back up, knit my ribs, and look towards the wall in front of me. Good. I'm going into an extension over the ball, and then into a little flexion. Now, not only is it important to have a strong back to help keep our posture and alleviate neck and shoulder pain, but to have a flexible front. So a lot of times our front gets very tight, and so we're focusing on opening through the heart and then coming back up. Now think about that neck position that we just worked. So when you come up, it's the back of the neck lengthens like someone's pulling that ponytail to where the ceiling and wall meet behind you, and then you come right back up. So see how long you can make your neck. Again, you're not tucking the chin to the chest. You're lengthening the back of the neck. Lengthening the back of the neck. The next time you're up, you're going to hold that length. Hold the back of the neck long. Hold that position. Reach your arms over your head. Circle them down to the sides. Reach them back over the head. Take them behind the ears and lower back. Do that again. You lift up into your crunch. You hold. Find the position of the neck. The arms go over the head. You circle them down to the sides. Palms are up. You bring them over your head, back behind your ears, and repeat. You go back into an extension, into your little flex position. The arms go. You circle the arms. You circle the arms back, hands behind the head, and lower back. Just a few more like that. You come up, you reach, you're holding. We're working that endurance in the neck muscles, strengthening those neck muscles. Good. We'll do that one more time. You're coming up, you're holding. The arms go, the arms reach, the arms will go back over the head, the hands go behind the head, and you release down. Good. Now let's come up. You can hold the ball to come up. We'll put the ball out of the way again, and then we're going to lay it on our belly. Now I'm laid on my belly facing my tower, right at my kind of bra line or right under my chest. My arms are going to go onto the sides of the wood. Now from here, it's like someone, again, taking your ponytail and pulling it to the wall where you're facing. Your head is reaching to the wall by the tower. So my shoulders are down, my arms are a little bent. I'm holding onto my wood frame. Reach energy through your legs. Draw that nose kind of down, draw that chin a little towards the chest, lengthen the back of the neck, and then you're going to start to lift your chest up into a little back extension. But notice what happened to your head. It did not look up. You're not tweaking the neck. You're thinking about shoulders down, abs in, ribs in, and you're lengthening the chest. You're working the back. You're holding that back extension. and then release it all the way back down. We'll do that again. So I'm pulling with my arms, I'm sliding my shoulders down my back, I'm starting that extension in my middle back, I'm trying to find that position in the neck, so I'm not looking up, I'm not drawing my chin to the chest, I'm just lengthening through the back of the neck, and then I'm going to release it right back down. Do that one more time. Now this time, once you're in that position, I want you to hold it. Find that long, long back of the neck, and then look towards the right. Come back to the center. Look towards the left. Come back to the center, and then release again. We'll do one more. I want to do one more of those since we only did one. So we'll come all the way up. You hold, relax your shoulders, find that length through the back of the neck, and then look towards the right, back to the center, look towards the left, back to the center, and release. Good. Now a little more challenging. We're going to grab the tape of the straps, take the straps off your pegs, and then pull until your arms are in line with your shoulders. Again, find that length through the back of the neck. You're going to be in a nice neutral position. Shoulders down. You already feel them working here. I want you to retract your shoulders, which means you're going to pull your shoulder blades together and then release them back. Now I'm pulling my shoulder blades together and slightly down away from my ears, and then I'm releasing my shoulders off my back. I'm having to hold my head up in this position with my muscles in my neck. So I want to make sure I find that really good position in my head. I'm lengthening through the back of my neck, looking right down in front of me, reaching the tippy top of my head to the tower. Retracting my shoulders down my back and then releasing them. Now retract them one more time, then come to neutral where your shoulders are broad on your back. Energize your legs, push your pubic bone down. Now pull your arms all the way to your hips and start to add a little extension. That extension is from your middle back, again, not your neck. And then release right back to neutral. Stop when your wrists are in line with your shoulders. Do that again. You go all the way up. You find that big, big, big extension from the middle back. And then you release it back down to your wrists are in line with your shoulders. Keep pushing that pubic bone down. You don't want to feel any pain and discomfort in your low back. Pushing the pubic bone down is going to keep space in your low back. Just a few more of those. Legs are nice and long. Reach those arms long. Lift your sternum forward and release. It's really hard, right? It's a lot of work. And then the arms go back. Your sternum goes forward. You hold. And then you release. Good job. We'll put those straps away. Step off to the side. Put your elbows on the box. After all that extension, let's do a little flexion. So round your back. And then extend your back. And round your back. And extend. We'll do that one more time. And round. And extend. Now come to the foot bar side. You are going to put your elbows on the box, hands in prayer position, push back, kind of walk back with your feet. Make sure your elbows are nice and secure on the box. Your hands are in prayer. You're going to drop your chest down towards the springs. My knees are slightly bent. Every exhale, I'm just going to give that big stretch to my chest. Again, in the first class, we did a lot more back strengthening. We did a little bit harder back strengthening actually in this class, but we didn't do a ton of chest stretching, and that's super important as well. So I wanted to add that for my second class to make sure that we are focusing on not only strengthening the back, but stretching the chest. Both are equally important. Now bend your right knee, and just notice when you bend your right knee, the length that you're creating through the right side. So you bend your right knee, you lengthen more through the right side. And then you bring that leg, it's not straight, it's just a little soft. Bend your left knee, so try to push more through the left elbow. When the left knee is bent, feel that length and release through that side. Make sure you're breathing. And then back, and we'll do a few more times. Right leg bends, you push through the right elbow. And then we come back, and then the left knee bends, and we push through the left elbow. Keep pressing those palms together too. So this is an active stretch. We're really as active as we can be here. And then back to the right, your right knee bends. It's a subtle little bend. Feel that release through the entire right. And then one more time with the left, your left leg bends. Back to the center. Release your arms, bring them to the sides of the box where the elbows were. Push that carriage all the way out and drop your chest into another little stretch. And then one vertebrae at a time, you're going to start to bring the carriage in and stack yourself up against an imaginary wall behind you. When the carriage comes to touch, you'll stand all the way up and take a second to roll the shoulders back and down, back and down. One more time. Now we'll try that position standing. You've got your feet sits bones distance apart. We're standing. The shoulders are set down your back. So we've just strengthened our back. So we're standing up as tall as we can. We've just stretched our chest. So our chest is going to be able to be open and in a nice position. And then take that head in that position. So I'm going to drop my chin a little. I'm going to push back just a little. So if you had a mirror, you could see that your ears should be in line with your shoulders, which is in line with your hips, like that plumb line all the way down, back and the neck long, reaching through the crown of the head. And you're done. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed that. If at any point you have questions, comments, please let me know. I'd love to hear from you, and I hope that I get to work out with you soon. Have a wonderful day.